New balls, guys. Just to let you know, new balls.
Welcome everyone once again to the ABM Skittles Club here in Wallingford, South Oxfordshire. Yes, it's back. Competitive Skittles returns after a long break. You join us on this Tuesday evening for a game between Lads Night Out and the Queen's Flight. Bowling first for Queen's Flight is Kath. Just taking a extra drop of moisture from the cloth. Final ball. Lovely kingpin strike there. Really good. I'm just going to go and check that our cameras are recording. Yes, they are. Excellent. So a very excellent 7 scored by Kath. And now it's me up for the Lads Night Out.
Good luck,
I'll leave you with the skipper.
I don't know if I can do this and score
Yeah, it's a big ask.
and count.
It's great to have the footage back there, isn't it? I have to say. It's not live, is it? I believe he's recording it for later broadcast.
Yeah, recording it to go onto YouTube. Straight through the middle, bad luck there, Simon. Yeah, he's got these 2 cameras. Really good.
So this is very tedious commentary. It's interesting to
Yeah. Well, we can tell we've just got going. Yeah, 5 there. It's hard work.
That was hard work. It's one of those my beer.
I don't know, where's my beer?
Mine's on
Anyway, because I said to her,
behind Lads Night Out.
You're not getting enough beers.
I'm not getting enough beers. I don't know.
Well, I've just discovered that Brian didn't get me a beer, which tells me where I sit in his estimation.
I'm not used to this Winter League thing.
Hop it.
Yes, please, Brian. So, Sue, up for the Queen's Flight. Not much work to do after my 5. You know who your friends are, don't you, Alan? That's,
We need to talk about brewing.
now I've got loads of boards, so
Make it happen because I'm basically got no beer. We can have to go to these shops. We can do it.
yeah, my colours over there. Touch the chair.
I've also got a laptop to work from home, so keep it under your hat for each day is available. Well, I should mention that on the
So that was Sue for the Queen's Flight with a 6. Queen's Flight have a good lead. Now it's Alex for Lads Night Out. He's over-sanitized. He's over-sanitized, which is a common problem in these COVID days. First delivery. Oh, a beautiful kingpin strike from Alex there. Well played. Apology accepted, Brian. Now then, can he clear it? Steady delivery is looking great. Oh, lovely 9. And that's taken Lads Night Out into a slender 1-pin lead after 2 have thrown for each team. In at number 3 next for the Queen's Flight is Mick, and for Lads Night Out will be Martin. Let's see how this pairing line up. Sticking up this evening being done by Charlie. Thank you, Charlie. Mick comes up to the throw line. cold night out there. Several members wearing knitwear. Let's see if that impedes the throwing action. Unfortunate miss on the right-hand side there from Mick. What can he do with his second ball? That's a good kingpin strike, but again, very little for it. Reminds me of my efforts. It's okay. Just the two. Now then, Martin for Lads Night Out has a bit of an opportunity here to build on a 1-point lead and make it a bit more decisive. Martin here, a craftsman with wood by day and a craftsman with the balls by night.
He might just spin this over a bit. Oh, span it straight through the gap.
It wasn't lucky.
2 more balls to go.
But of course, there's a bit of.
Two more chances.
We've had some friendly games, but this is our first competitive match of the new season. Oh, now then. Now this is a real pressure shot for Martin. The last thing he wants to do is score a duck, but
I'm sure he will.
he's taken a 3. He's taken a 3, which means we've maintained a lead. 2-pin lead.
That was not classic Coco commentary for me there.
No. Well, it's fine.
It's taken me a while to warm up.
Well, I was about to ask you what you're thinking about now, your first official captain's game.
The pressure is immense. No, I'm just sat here scoring, so it's just different. You know, you've got to concentrate.
Speaking of concentration, here's Sue B for the Queen's Flight. Serious look on her face there.
Found the gully again.
She has found the gully twice now.
Over this side.
A little wry smile from Sue. She knows what she's done and what she needs to do to correct it. Oh, unfortunate. Overcorrection there. Never mind, Sue. That was a unfortunate run of 3.
We're 2 up now with
We've
Alan's
got Alan to bowl now, an unusual position for Alan to be in, both as he normally likes to come in at the anchor leg, but also just because he's no longer the skipper, and here he is, middle of the pack.
Well, I put him in at 4 because I think there's a certain extra. Often, if you do last, there's a bit of pressure on. So I thought I'd just release him from those duties and see how it goes.
Bit mean, I think, the Skittles with that first delivery.
It was a bit unlucky.
Again, yeah, but I thought, the angle on the kingpin.
He has the mini pin there left to go for, doesn't he?
He does have the mini king. Can he
The mini king, yes, he's got to go. That's good.
good, solid 7.
Like you said. 1924.
Now, the captain's having a discussion on etiquette here about whether or not we want to run a beer leg, for those of you new to Skittles. Leg 3 of the match. Basically, if both teams agree, is a beer leg. That simply means that on your turn, if you score more than your opponent, they owe you a beer, and vice versa. If you tie, you roll it over until there's a decisive victory.
Usually just a half. Unless sometimes people do really push you. They don't ask for a pint, but they will buy you.
I think the standard would be a half a pint, a soft drink, no spirits. I mean, we're not animals.
That's a good one. Very nice.
Sandra was a classic example that Skittles isn't always about power.
Certainly not. It's accuracy more than anything, actually.
7 with 1 is, was beautiful.
Yes.
Not far off knocking.
Very, very
Knocking
nice.
that centre Skittle actually with the angle. Can she make a clearance?
I think she can.
Here she goes. Unfortunately, just pulled that left. That was excellent. Well deserved round of applause for Sandra there. Superb. Yes, it's sometimes good to play to your strengths. Sandra's is obviously one of accuracy, and you know the balls are quite heavy. The Skittles have some mass, and if you just hit them right, they will knock each other over, as she just proved. Now Brian for Lads Night Out has something to prove here. Sandra set him a little target.
Yeah. Brian's usually one of, well, I shouldn't say it before he's one of our more reliable scorers, isn't he?
I think we're now about to see the two different sides of Skittles. We've seen the delicate, accurate, gentle placement, and now I think we're about to see some raw power.
But he's never out of control, though, Brian.
Oh no,
No.
power is nothing without control, Matt.
Here we go.
That was a little bit out of control.
It was a bit. Yeah. It's a strange. He's got 3 down with that. It's a strange array of Skittles he knocked down with that. Yeah. This is one of those tricky ones. Brian. Kingpin. So far.
I think he did well to pull a 7. Wow, what's the
23 plays 31.
23 to Queen's Flight 31? So you'd have to feel that Lads Not Out are in a comfortable position, but Nick is a bit of a trooper.
He certainly is, yeah. And I'm wildly inconsistent.
He's got his skittling shoes on as well. Extra purchase on the alley.
Yeah. 3.
I think he'll feel slightly disappointed with that result, but there's a little airtime on his delivery. I wonder if that's the hand gel. That's better. Ooh, again. Be disappointed he didn't take at least another one with that. Kingpin is still available though. There's a few to be got here. It's unfortunate. He's pulled that. 4 scored. So, Queen's Flight first leg's total is 27 pins. That's not out. I've already won. So, Matt, you don't really need to throw, but you can relax now and just maybe try something new. A new grip, a new stance.
I think I'll just go normal.
No such thing. So, Matt in the very comfortable position of knowing that he doesn't really even need to throw. We've won the leg already, but he'll be keen to make his mark as his first game in charge as our new winter captain. Can he? Wow. Now he's missed with his first. He's done the ultimate trick shot to the middle skittle with his second. And just the 3. Just the 3.
That first shot was about as close as it's ever been.
It was a whistler.
Yes.
Oh, she's given you a 6, but I don't think it was.
No.
You might want to correct.
3.
You might want to go and correct the
I'm going
board.
to do that.
And is it me or who is it me? Oh. See you soon, listener.
Good stuff. Simon 5. One more down, so this is still on here for a spare. Very good start from Simon. So close. So close. Well bowled. Yeah, it was. When you got that, the one down in the back of the set, I thought that was on then. So close.
It's a very annoying game.
Yes.
I'll take a 6 though. I'll take a 6 after a 5. You know, the only way is up, as I say.
Hopefully that's the case for me.
Yes. Now, what can Captain Kath do? She pulled out a very nice 7 in her first leg. Now then. Now, Kath's another player who she doesn't take a run up, a half step maybe, and it's all about placement. And there you go.
Kath told me just now she'd been playing for over 35 years.
Well, I think it shows in her accuracy. Here we go. Oh, now I say the curse of the commentator. That was very good.
My phone goes.
It's all right, I didn't hear it, but now you've drawn attention to it. Everyone will want to know what's... So 4 for Kath there.
It was for my brother-in-law. Throw true, brother, he said to me.
That's very nice. Thanks, Mike. Shout out to Mike.
Mike Skelton Tree Services.
Mike Skelton Tree Services sponsoring Lads Night Out for this game.
A very reliable tree surgeon. Alex is really doing very well.
Alex, yeah, for Lads Night Out. Now he's another
one fired down.
He's another quite a considered player. He's a placer, not a pacer.
That's all right.
I think you'll be disappointed, as that interesting expression showed. He's a little... Nothing wrong with a 5. Nothing wrong with a 5. I've just realised I have not put my pound in.
Yes, there's someone else as well. Lacking in the pound department.
So at our club, each player puts a pound in the pot, and then £12 goes to the sticker-upper for their hard work. It is hard work at the end. There. Dancing between the Skittles. Now then. Sue.
Nice little 4 there.
A lovely little knock-on to a knock-on.
Very pleasing.
Little while. I wonder if she was waving her hands there as if perhaps it was an excess of hand sanitizer.
It really is very, very sticky, that stuff.
She's pulled it again. She's disappointed in herself, and so I think, you know.
I always quite like these pens.
The Uniball
Yes.
pen. We can't mention them. They're not sponsoring this video. I refuse to give airtime to anyone who hasn't, thrown money at us.
The ink flows very nicely.
Well, if Uniball would like to send us a box, then I'm sure we'll give them a glowing review, because that's how it works, isn't it? Anyway,
Here's one.
so after Sue...
Here.
Sue's 4.
I don't know if Marty and I will be
Alex's
coming
5.
next week. I'll have to come, of course, because I'm the skipper, but I don't think we're going to be the top 2 scorers.
You can just do the chalkboard. So Martin now 3 in his first round.
He's been on the rattler again.
He's not feeling it this evening. He's either not drunk enough or is too drunk already.
Tension in the shoulders,
I think, well, it's something, because I have to say that's definitely below his par.
It is extraordinarily low for Mark because he's a really good scorer.
He's quite considerate. Another left-hander. Maybe the heating's come on. The radiator at his side of the alley is now warm. Maybe that's thrown him. Now then, Mick for the Queen's Flight.
He's coming good velocity.
He's coming off a 2, and he wouldn't want that start to his second leg. Okay, there's a 3 now. He's got good pace. I think just a nice kingpin hit should see this. Oh, he's found the gaps. All the gaps he's found.
Lucky. We're still somehow 1 up.
We are still somehow 1 up.
Extraordinary.
Well. Now then.
No, the sticker up is not having to really work that hard to
No,
this game.
no, that's true. There haven't been too many large scores, have there? But up strides Alan, the former team captain for last night out.
Liberated from the anchor leg.
He has been liberated from the anchor, but he's also wearing the knitwear, and I'm not sure whether that...
Really?
Oh, I was going to say whether that was a wise move, but the knitwear doesn't seem to be impeding his throws.
I think, really, for me, when I think of Alan Pace, I think him wearing that Mr. Big Hand
Mr. Big
t-shirt. That's the preferred item.
Now, surely he's got to aim left here, but as the left-hander, that's not his favoured lie. No, and indeed he did go across. He's disappointed with himself, as indeed are we.
We are. It was a bit of an opportunity to get away a bit.
5.
Yeah, my pencil's got broken.
Did the unit ball let you down?
Oh no, I'm totting up the scores with the pencil.
You do have a
Thinking it
expensive computing device in front of you. You could just like do some math, on the calculator. But never mind.
It's quite close. This
Right,
leg.
Sue. There's 2 Sue B's, unfortunately. In Queen's Flight, there's Sue B with an E, and Sue B with no E. But this is second Sue.
This is Sue BR.
Oh my goodness me. Now Sue's coming off that 0, so she's beaten the first round score. Can she come up with some? Yes, there we go.
3.
Take the 3 all day. Well done, Sue. She increases her score by 3 per leg each time. We're looking at a healthy 12 spare by
With 3
then.
ahead. This is really very low scoring.
It's quite low scoring. Lads Night Out currently 17. Queen's Flight 14. With 2 to throw for each team. Now, Brian coming off his 7. Brian has very recently moved house, and so he's kind of, I don't know if that's taken a toll on him physically, all those boxes moving and unpacking.
I don't think you'll mind me saying, he told me it was exhausting. That was a very good first skittle.
Left the kingpin now, but he's thinking about which direction to go.
That's it. 6 so far.
Now the angle is here for a clearance.
Yeah.
But he's going straight on. Oh, well played. Lovely 8.
Yeah. Not one of them. 25. Find out. Yeah. So Catherine told me the other day that the Queen's Flight, they're named after an RAF unit from RF Benson.
Yes, so the Queen's
Long
Flight.
relegated to history.
Yes, the Queen's Flight, when the Queen used to have her own aeroplanes, they were based at RAF Benson.
Didn't know
So
that.
when she went off to, the Commonwealth to go and see, but they would be based here. Yes. Now then. See Sandra coming off a fantastic 8, and that looked a lovely delivery. It just a whisker wide. Now then, she's rolled it off the palm.
3 down.
Now a good and accurate strike on the kingpin, and she'll take a few more here. Has she done it? Looking good. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Wasn't
Just the wrong angle, and it cleared through the gaps.
I'm going to go now and see if I can get more than 3.
Do you think you could get more than 3? Sandra scored 4. I think you should maybe you should try and...
Very disappointing.
Nick, your opponent scored 4 in his last go as well, so perhaps you should try and get 5.
Yeah. I might do some sanitizing actually next time.
I think nice to hear Matt in good spirits, but I sense nervousness. I sense he's a little bit his responsibility.
He is a man who takes responsibility seriously.
He does.
His correspondence with me has been extensive over these last few weeks as I handed on the mantle. The full bib and tucker involved in captaincy, and it's. I've also passed in the tome of Lads Night Outlaw, so...
Is that a law with an AW or an
Hello.
ORE?
Hello.
Yes, please. Now then, he's going to struggle, I think, here, given the pin placement. Yes.
It's a 5.
It is a 5. It's what I asked you to provide, so well done.
It's,
but again,
they're not dropping to the ground quickly.
The pin placement there for your last, what you're targeting for your last shot was tricky. So, but still, from a 3 to a 5,
yeah, it's getting there. As British
trajectory.
Rail, no, fine, yeah. As they say in British Rail.
Now then, Nick.
Yeah,
for Queen's
30,
Flight.
So he needs a 13 to draw.
13 spare required for the draw. Now that's a tough ask. It's not unheard of by any means. But it's now, I would say, out of the question.
Yeah, really tricky.
He's got to basically knock 7 down with this ball to have any chance of picking the leg up. There's still potentially a big score here. The front Skittles here are all available. There we go.
It's like 7.
Very good.
Yeah. They end up on 20.
So, second leg falls again to Lads Night Out.
7. It's 24.
Got a scoring discrepancy.
Pretty sure.
18 plus 7. It's 25.
Okay.
Now, it's Kath. Beer leg. Are we doing a beer leg?
Yes.
We are doing a beer leg. Just the one. Now, I have a bias here because obviously it's Kath's my opponent for the beer leg. Oh, she's gone for the same Skittle twice. She'll need to pull something out the bag. Give me some pressure. Oh, Kath. Mind you, sometimes my own lack of talent is all the pressure I need to...
That was one, wasn't it?
That's just the one, I'm afraid. Just the one. Right, well, let's see whether I can win my beer leg.
Come on, Simon. Yeah. It was unlucky there, hitting the kingpin and leaving those up. Yeah. Millimetres away. Well, he's got a 5 there, so he's won his beer.
Hey, remember we've not done fines.
Oh, yes.
Some of us haven't heard of fine.
Well, I had the W formation split, which I don't like, so I scored a 5 there.
Yeah, that was an unlucky. That first Skittle I thought was going to be a decent.
Lead money. Lead money.
Ah. Now that noise you can hear, dear viewer. In Land's Not Out, we have a system of fining. If you score 4 or less, you must pay £20 into the kitty, which we then offer 20 pence. Yeah, just correct that.
Wow, that'd be
20
a rich
pence
man's.
into the kitty. If you get a 0, it's 50, and the kitty is used for once or twice a year, depending on how bad we are, to go towards a meal out for the team, which is quite good fun.
Yeah.
Now then, let's see what Sue B.E. can do. Oh, she's pulled this again, unfortunately. Kingpin is still fully available. She's coming off a 6 and a 4. Now then. Oh! Just the 3 scored. I think that was a bit of a harsh score as well for Sue there. Now then, Alex has been set a target of 3. Well, he's been set a target of 4, to be
Alex
fair.
he's playing some nice Skittles. Or has he got the spare with his first go? But also was unlucky with his last. I think he could have got more than 5. I'm just getting some change for my fines.
Captain leading by example and settling his fine. Yeah. Now then. That was quite a lovely strike through the middle of the Skittle. 4 scored. Oh.
For a good score.
Another 2. So, what can he do with his final ball? Just pulled it slightly. Solid 6. Swung his beer leg, and that puts us into a comfortable 11 pins to 4 lead after 2 have thrown for each team. So, next up for Queen's Flight will be Mick. Now Mick's coming off a disappointing 2 and a 3, so he'll be keen to rectify that. And a good time to do it is the beer leg.
Yeah, and I feel like watching Mick both of them, quite powerful actually, quite a good art. You know, just think if he does hit the Skittles, it'll be quite a big score.
Now then. Solid 3 per ball. That's all you need, as you know. Oh, another 3 now, and the layout here is such that he could get an 8 or a 9.
He could, yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm excited.
I think he maybe thought about that too much. He saw the opportunity, but that's great. I think he'll be feeling quite pleased after a 2 and 3 start to come back with a 6 in the beer leg and give Martin some work. But Martin, coming off a 3 and a 1.
It's a D-ream, isn't it? Things can only get better.
Mick's done well, but he's only brought us up to he's only brought the Queen's Flight up to 10. We're currently on 11 plus whatever Martin can get. So as long as Martin avoids another single, this should consolidate a lead. That'll do.
Just missing the kingpin.
Just missing, but
Still like me.
3 per ball, and he's equalled his best score so far already with 1 ball. Oh, he's found that gap again. That's been his bogey gap. Some rallying support from the team. Big run up now.
Banging it down a bit.
But that's his top score. He's lost his beer leg, but you know the trajectory is in the right direction.
It is.
As the former Captain Allen quite rightly said in a supportive manner, you've just doubled your score from 4 to 8. So that puts us on 15. So 5-pin lead. Now, what can second Sue B do? Now, Sue's coming off a 0 and a 3. Surely this now is her time to shine. There's been lots of promise in her deliveries. Let's see. Unlucky not to nick a second. Hopefully she sighted that now. Yes. Oh no! Hit the same pin twice, but it had gone already.
Favourite Skittle.
Yeah.
As we know it.
So I do wonder if Sue's using the sanitizer a bit too soon before throwing. It is quite a greasy gel at the moment in the dispenser.
I can't blame that on my performance so far, but
6 years.
I did use it second time, so I did forget the first time. Sorry to anyone listening.
I mean, that's okay.
It was extremely thick.
It's quite unctuous.
Yes.
It has a certain oleous nature.
And I've got some velocity to that.
It's got the arrowhead formation left now. It's a good sound. It's a lovely sound when the Skittles are struck firmly.
Young sir.
Can I have a half of the hoppet? Yes, thank you so much.
That's just Simon putting his beer leg order in
That
there.
was the lovely calf coming up to cash. Oh, hello! Just missed the run on.
There, well played, Alan. Well played, Alan.
Alan on 19 now after 3. Taken the beer from Subi. Second Subi. That's not outstretched their lead to 11 pins.
Yes. But still, we're not really scoring that many.
No.
It's a very low-scoring game.
No, I think with 2 1s in their leg so far for the Queen's Flight, that's given us a bit of a bye. Now, Sandra. Oh,
So close.
Sandra's every delivery looks like it's gonna be there, and she's just missing by millimeters.
Quite gonna go. My naughty Skittle.
Stood up. The real ones.
Refused to go down.
I think Sandra should punish it now. Yes, she took it down. Good 6.
17.
It's given Brian's got a target now. He's got to get 7 to win his beer. Now he's done that. He's done a 7 and an 8. But you know, there's a little bit of pressure here, isn't it? And as we said, he's very tired, exhausted from his house move. He's not rushed it though. He's waited till the Skittles are set.
Oxford banned sex claim Don from teaching. Like he used to drink drinking. No, that says he used to.
It's 3 scored.
You know, it
Kingpin
says he
is
used
still
to
in
take
play.
his students into
Oh.
the King's Arms for special music.
Late change of alley position. Thank you so much. Thank you. Just the one. Again, like now, he seems unsure about where to position himself on the alley. Yes, that's a lovely final ball. Lovely final ball.
Brian is, touch over class. He's on 23 already. That's like the kind of score I used to score. That's something I've
Before the weight of responsibility was borne on your shoulders.
I don't know if it's that. I mean, it happened during the summer in one of those bad spells. Still,
Perhaps you need a quaver.
things can change.
Have a cheesy potato-based snack. Might help you out.
Thank you.
Views on the new balls? Simon, what do you think? As long as you don't touch the shiny one. Never touch a shiny one.
The shiny one's very pitted. I quite
Yeah,
like it now.
I do.
It's got some purple.
Your third one where you're aiming it to.
Now, here's Nick for Queen Strike. Disappointing 4 in his first leg, excellent 7. And a strong start to this beer leg. It's unfortunate, just not quite enough angle to kick anything else out with the down Skittle. Last ball now. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's cool, yeah.
4 scored. I think he'll be kicking himself a little bit over that. So all Matt has to do is equal his best leg so far, and he'll take the beer. He'll take the half pint from Nick.
What a shocking state of affairs. I think all the Skittles are up. Right, here we go.
Is it the third one? I'm not the captain. Did you shake the tin? You still love shaking the tin, Simon.
It's been 18. Now then, second ball for Matt. He's found the gap. Now, only 3 on the board, and he needs 5. Just the one.
Hit the king in the first one, it did nothing. Anyway,
That doesn't work.
I think we did.
It's back line. It's a draw.
That's quite a lot.
A big one.
4 apiece. Yes. 34. Here comes Simon, then 4th. First ball. Nice. He often opens up well, Simon's first ball. A good fun. Yeah. That's looking good. So, left with an opportunity. Has he got it? Through the middle. 6 for Simon.
Oh well. Quite consistent there on the 5, the 6, the 5 and the 6.
That first Skittle, I thought. Often you open very strongly with your first delivery.
Well, interesting, that's the shiny, very shiny ball that nobody else likes. I quite enjoy that. Now it's been pitted with use. It's got some purchase. Oh, a strong first ball from Cat. He's obviously feeling revved up. Oh! Now that was very close to taking out all 3 of those on the right hand side. Oh, and again!
4. Yeah?
4 scored. Of course, the cruelty of the game of Skittles compared to, say, 10-pin bowling, an inferior sport, is that the gap between the Skittles is just wide enough for the ball to whistle through.
Yeah, we seem to be experts. It'd be quite interesting to keep a record, actually.
Again, quite a mean score there for Alex hitting the king pin. He's all right. He's taken 3. I mean, there's an 8 on.
Got something for this. Yeah, that would be.
Hold it through for a 6. So Alex takes the lads' night out total to 12 for this 4th leg. Kath's 4, which I think she has rights to be disappointed with, means that Sue needs to go back to that first leg glory and hit in a 6 or more, really. Just took a central position on the alley and pulled that left now. It's better. Oh, she's found the gap. He's got quite a few gigs on.
I'd like to see.
I think Sue will be disappointed in that zero.
Yeah, not much more to say about that, is there? It was
I think we'll move on and see what Martin can do. Now, Martin's not had a great game. 3, a 1 and a 4.
That's now 4 balls in a row. Not hit anything.
He's better. Now that should give him a bit of a boost, and the kingpin is available here with a nice angle. I mean,
He could get this.
Oh, he's found the gap again. It's funny how it works, this game. Some games you just find all those gaps.
Indeed. Sucked towards it.
4 scored. Now, the team totals 16 for lads night out. Queen's Flight are only on 4. Mick really needs to come up with a bit of a. I mean, he's on the ascendancy, isn't he? He's gone 2-3-6 in his previous leg, so he needs to push this quite high up. Great first ball. Unlucky lie, I think, with the remaining Skittles. But he's not going to let that stop him. Look at this.
This could be.
Now then, well played. Well done, Mick. When the chips were down, he's kept the deficit to 5 pins after 3 have thrown for each team. So, next up for lads night out, it's the former Führer Alan.
Here he comes.
Adjusting the knitwear, sanitising. He's got to wipe it off on the jeans. Confident 4 there. I mean, I think he'd be looking for his own personal averages. He'd be looking for another 7 as a minimum, I think.
Yeah. Alan's way. Just missed for that.
He's found the gap again. There's been a lot of that gap left of the kingpin has been found a lot this evening. Final ball. There's that 7. Takes after 4 have thrown for lads night out, 23 pins. After 3 have thrown for the Queen's Flight, 11. Now Sue B has had it's fair to say has had a bit of a shocker this evening. A 0, a 3 and a 1. And I think she deserves more. Yeah, she's waiting for the pins to be set. Now then. She's found that gap to the left of the king again, like everybody else this evening.
Between 8 and 9 through, so we've had, I don't know what the term is for it.
Come on, Sue. Big finish. Big finish. Yeah. Best score of the inning for Sue with a 4.
15 plays 23. That is a 15 I've written there, just very badly.
Just checking that was a 15.
One of them.
Now, Lads Night Out. Brian is up next.
Brian.
Yeah. Dressing. Took a little sip of his beer. A little squeeze of the cloth. A little spin of the ball. He always likes to give the ball a little spin, like a bowler. Cricket. Great first ball. There's an angle here as well.
5.
Notice he's wearing a Cure t-shirt.
Yes.
Interesting choice.
Just
But it's-
kissed it on the cheek.
Yeah, but it's still on.
That's the thing to mention about it, isn't it? You see, now got the pressure not only
Great 8. What a great, consistent game so far.
It's the evidence of the bird. Well, 2 finds and we're just,
Yeah.
you don't need to take
31 already after only 4 legs. Now then, here's Sandra. Pulled it back a little bit in her beer leg. Needs to recapture that form from the leg one with an 8. So lazily made its way through there.
It was 2, wasn't it?
Yes, bang on. I think a full clearance is asking much, but I think there's an 8 here. That was nice. There was an 8 here for Sandra. She can. Now then. Oh,
For Sandra. Nicely done.
lovely 7. Really unfortunate not to recapture the glory 8 from the first leg.
Now I'm going to go up, and it's our carryover from the beer leg.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, you've got to set the target.
Yes.
Matt's got to set a target for Nick here because it's a rollover beer leg.
I think I've sanitised and not sanitised. It's not made a great deal of difference to my scoring.
Lads Night Out are 9 pins ahead after 5 have thrown for each team. So I think the pressure's off in terms of having to set a big score, but
Yeah.
perhaps you
I'm
could
trying to
set
set
a
some
slightly
more
kind of
than
larger
5.
score than 5. That would be quite good.
We're late enough already, News.
He's not. He's concerned about rushing.
Is he? I think, is that what he's been doing? Is that what you think? Oh, he had a cheeky extra
Well,
there.
hello.
Maybe he's right. He's right.
He's
right
woken
to
up.
pace
Yeah,
himself.
I think so.
isn't he?
I think he's wearing the mantle of command heavily.
It's, I mean, from the summer, it's that it is also responsible.
Here we go. Welcome back. A lovely 8. That takes us to a very creditable 39.
Yes. Not bad at all. I'm not going to put in the W just yet.
Though I think you never know. Nick could pull out a bit of a demonic spare. I mean, it would have to be a huge one.
It's been known to happen.
17 is to draw, 18 for the win. It has been known to happen, but I'm not sure it's likely. However, I think, Nick's owed a big score. I think his performance leaving has underrepresented his talents.
He takes that one out first.
He does, but the angle just needs to be a bit more to take something else with it. But he does like the right-hand side of the alley. Oh, again, that just missed that front pin. Now the kingpin is still in play here, and the grouping is good. There we go, Nick. Well played. A beautifully symmetrical score. 4-7, 4-7. Well, there we go. I think you can probably chalk the score up now, Matt. So, Lads Not Out looking to in a sportsmanlike way, looking to try the whitewash. Queen's Flight wanting to avoid that at all costs. Here comes Kath, Queen's Flight captain. That's a beautiful strike for her first move. And the angle here is really favourable for a spare. Now then. Oh, that gap again to the left. Too far this time. There's a palindromic score.
It's one of those numbers you see in a corner.
Yeah.
Showing your age. An oldie but a goodie.
Thank you very much.
I mean, Newt surely has got to hit a 5 here just to make the same sort of pattern.
It would be lovely, wouldn't it?
5, 6, 5, 6, 5. Again, that's the other number. That's for the gauge chat line. It's a great start to hit a 5.
I nearly spilt my Pepsi amongst the scorecard then after the one.
You have to be careful. Sometimes. You need 4 here, News.
Come on.
Sometimes people pop a drink down there, or some spillage occurs, it all gets ugly scenes.
Not on your recycled paper.
Oh, is it a 4? Sad times. Didn't even hit you 5, 6, 5, 6.
22.
I can't believe you missed the 28.
26.
I've been missing the 28s all summer, to be fair.
You hit a 20. You hit a 20. Maybe what you've done there.
Oh yeah. Oh dear. A fine. My first fine of the new competitive season. I need to pay.
But we weren't the first.
I'll take some change. So I end up on 26. My average is 28, so I'm slightly disappointed, but there we go. Still, on the plus point. Sue is not having a great time, and so my poor 4 I might get away with it in terms of a team performance here.
I'd like to see.
Sue unfortunately finishing with the 1. mixed evening for Sue there. She scores 14. So, Alex sitting on a very good score, or potential score. Found the gap. There's 4, so that's what we need for parity. 8 pins each. Just the one. He's given us a one pin lead after 2 have thrown for each team. And a very creditable 31 scored total for Alex there, as you can hopefully see from the scoreboard. Now Mick, riding high from his strong 7. I wonder if he's going to carry that positive energy through to a big finish.
I think a strong finisher.
I think 2, 3, 6, 7 is a great trajectory. Yeah, he sneaked the extra one there. Oh, he's found that favourite gap of the evening. It's unfortunate.
Cool gap. There we go. On to the 6.
24 total for Mick. 14
for them and 9 for us.
So, after 3 have thrown for Queen's Flight, they're on 14 scored. Lad's Not Out currently sitting on 9 with Martin. Now Martin has got a 3, a 1 and 2 4s. Now, if he needs to get the best score of the evening to draw us level for him. There we go. 6 with the 1 ball. The angle's there for a clearance.
I think he could do this.
Spare territory. It's still spare territory. We can still see a 9. Now play the angle here. Has he done it? Taken the 1. Very good finish. That's bucked the trend of the evening with an 8. Well played, Martin. 20 for Martin, is that right?
Yeah.
Or 8?
Yeah,
20 scored. I mean, if he got that could have been a mid-teen score if he hadn't have pulled out that 8. So, scores on the doors. 17
to Queen's Flight, 17
14 to Queen's Flight, 17 to Lad's Night Out.
3 to bowl from each team.
Now, it's still quite close. Now, can Sue do a Martin and pull it out the bag on her final go?
Some way to go to
Now
get
then.
to Martin's score.
There we go. There's 3. So only 2 more, and she'll have got her best score. Oh, Sue! Oh, unlucky. Pull that into the gutter. Sue finishes on a 3. She's scored 11. And she advances Queen's Flight to 17 after 4 have thrown. Lad's Night Out currently on 17 with 3. So Alan now needs to make hay. He'll be disappointed with it. I think this could be psychologically tricky. That goes back up, yeah. Yeah, she knew. Yeah, that last Skittle was a rebound.
4 down.
He's got to go right here, surely. 6 scored.
It finishes on 29. No, 11, 14, 20, 26.
32. Well played, Alan. In terms of team totals, after 4 have thrown for both teams, it's 23 pins to the lads' night out, 19 to the Queen's Flight. It's not a runaway by any means. Oh, sorry, 17.
My handwriting. It's
My failing eyesight.
and it has a wobbly lead, this pencil.
So 6, they're 6 behind. But here comes Sandra, and we know what she's capable of. Oh, that's uncharacteristic for her to have a sail through.
Now, is that the term we're going to use? Sail through? I like that. It sounds got a good jolly angle to it.
Plumb on the kingpin, but just the angle was too solid, not a fine enough cut. Oh, it's too fine. Yep, 4 scored for Sandra. She'll be disappointed, I think, with that. It's been an up and down round, 9.29. I think she'll be disappointed with a couple of 4s in there. She could have been like well into the mid-30s.
Would have been a tremendous score.
So, she's taken the Queen's Flight pin total to 21. So, Brian up next for lads' night out. They are 2 pins to the good, plus these. So, Brian has a chance to really hammer it home. Solid 4. An angle on the kingpin, which is still in play. This is looking promising. Very promising.
He's really on fire.
He's playing superbly well. Can he do the clearance?
I reckon he can. Well, he can do.
Oh, well played. Finishes
On an 8.
4 8s and a 7. He just missed on his beautiful 40. And I think, barring some sort of biblical miracle, I think that with a 10-pin lead kind of might seal the whitewash.
Yes. I'm going to call it now.
Are you going to call the
I think
whitewash?
we've won 10.
I mean, Nick could putting in a big spare, and you have only hit a 3 in your first game. I mean, there is, it's never.
If I blow smoke at my own backside, it might motivate me to not
For our American viewers, that's smoke up your ass. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Sounds better with a Brooklyn sort of accent. Hello. And the angle is here with that untouched kingpin to have a clearance here. Put a little smidge of pressure on you. Oh, so close. So, 28 pins. And a good 29 from Nick there. 28 pins from that lights out. We're already on 31. The game's... So now it's just for you to sort of knock them all down for the glory of it, mate.
Those were the days.
Yeah, those were the days. The glory days now. Here we go, Matt.
Yeah, here we go.
Think of your own personal averages. So Matt, he knows the game's in the bag. You can relax a little bit, have some fun with it, try and get a big score. Or do some trick shots. I mean, just some showboating. A little unfortunate, and he's got a tricky split here. Now then. He's pulled it through. Taking a 5 there. A little bit of showboating with the trick shot. I like that, that's very good.
Which trick shot was that?
The first one where you knocked the rear skittle but didn't touch a single other one.
It kind of left my hand a bit early and did the kind of doo-doo thing.
Matron.
Yeah. So that's 3, 8, 12.
So that does complete.
25. That is a nasty
That
score.
does complete the whitewash.
36.
That's not out of 1. 10 points to 0. You get 2 points for a win, for a leg one, 1 point for a draw. And so it is the 10-0 against Queen's Flight. But nevertheless, a very enjoyable game. Thank you for watching if you have been. And we'll just leave you with the, while we do the customary handshakes, we'll leave you with the ambience of the club.
I'm just going to go to my calculator.